Alright, we're live on YouTube.
Cool. Hello, YouTube.
Indeed. Hello, YouTube, indeed. A little bit of latency going on.
What?
So there's a bit of a latency going on. It's about 30 seconds.
So we got time to shut it off.
What's that?
We got time to shut it off.
Right.
That's useful, actually.
It can be.
Especially with me around.
Indeed. I'd like to mount it up higher. You longer USB cable. Where do we super long USB cables? Actually, a power brick would be deadly. Walk over and see what you're doing.
I'm trying to get these very awkward bolts into very awkward places.
Oh, Matt says go ahead and replace his knock sensor. I think it's a little too late.
That ship has sailed, sir.
Yeah, indeed.
I can still do it, but it's pointless now until it gets problems.
Yeah, for sure. Look over your shoulder, see what we got going on here. So what are these? Who makes them?
AFE.
AFE stainless steel headers.
Yes.
Are they equal length? No.
No, unequal length.
Unequal length, okay.
Shorty. It's supposed to bolt up to that factory exhaust.
Not far off. A little bit of grunting, you get there.
Quite a gap there. I just hope that it seals up as it should.
Yes. Not a bit of muffler cement and praying won't fix.
Yeah. I would like to pray to the car gods, please.
Right. All right, I'm gonna put everybody back on the table for a second so we can charge you.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, they're still here. They're just
Not in my grill.
basically trying to find the most opportune place to cook people.
So is that wide angle?
Somewhat. Yeah, I mean it gets a fairly decent swath.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can just...
Hey, watch it up here.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Let's click that. Oh, dead noises.
Yep. Full dad mode enabled.
Huh?
I said enable full dad mode. That's not that cold.
It is down here.
I suppose. Close to the concrete.
On the concrete under a cold mass.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's cold. And the edges of these hex head bolts are surprisingly sharp.
Mike Barrington started the stream. He said this would be a whole lot more interesting if the mechanics were shirtless.
Who's that?
That's Mike.
Oh.
The guy that we sold the Corolla to his brother.
Not today, it's the winter.
So that's on our OnlyFans channel.
Yeah, for only $4.99 a month,
It's on.
you can watch me curse and swear on rusty junk, shirtless.
That's funny.
Would you share that on the face cloth?
I did, yeah.
Not only am I on a bus, I'm on the face cloth.
Yeah, can I I can't upload. Can I upload pictures to this? Picture of the boss.
No, that would be editing. Unless you hold it up on your phone and like, look.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna go try to find a longer USB cable so I can charge that faster. That's terrible outside.
Yes, it is.
I think I'm just gonna leave the camera where it is, and
Yeah.
I'll let it charge from the computer.
We will revisit eventually.
Yeah, we'll revisit it later.
On the next episode of
APHVW.
Nameless Shirtless Guys Working on Cars.
Crusty shirtless guys working on cars.
On crusty cars. Huh?
Crusty cars, right. Those cranky guys, cranky shirtless guys working on crusty junk.
Ah, there we go. Catchy. Just rolls off the tongue.
Yes, I think Mike is onto something.
So does that record while it streams?
Yeah, it records to directly to Facebook or directly to YouTube.
Yeah.
But if I had a chance, I didn't get a chance to pick up an SD card for it. it'll actually buffer on the SD card and it'll upload faster to YouTube.
Oh, is that right?
Apparently we have 2 people watching now.
Oh yeah, who's number 2?
I have no idea.
Sarah.
Probably.
Hi everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. But we need rights to say that, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. Can't be saying anything.
I didn't say anything.
Can't play any copyrighted music or say anything that is...
Oh god, we're gonna be busy making music, I guess.
Yeah, right? This is pretty cool. I'm like looking at all the stream data.
Yeah.
Shows me like how well my stream is running and how many people are watching. The average watch time is 1 minute and 42 seconds. So we're,
oh well, we had like for a while.
We had a few people. Oh, the stream is now back to being healthy. So that's good. I'm not sure what camera quality is like. I assume it's alright.
Have to get our IT guy on that.
Yeah.
Ryan!
If only we had an IT guy to fix this problem. I suppose probably watching it. Like, I don't know. Can I... Might be able to adjust the settings over here. Can I adjust... Oh, I can adjust the color. Cool. Stage. Oh, stage darkens it right up. Backlit? Makes it very vibrant. Outdoors. Actually, outdoors doesn't look too bad. Well, I can add filters.
Contrary to the camera control.
Do you want to be streamed in sepia? Nice brown.
Yeah, that would bring in my eyes.
Right. Oh, it's pretty cool. Find faces, follow. Autopilot. Cool, like turn on live follow and it'll actually, the camera will follow people moving around the room.
Does it need a tripod? Or does it just
No, it does. The lens is so big that it just jumps between spots on the, like it has a widescreen and it'll like jump between different parts of the wide angle lens. Pretty cool.
Sure, that's alright. Shoo-wee. Nothing but the high quality gear.
That's all borrowed gear.
That's alright. When the YouTube channel explodes.
Yes, when we get to the $100,000 subscriber level,
then we can buy the camera.
then we might buy. Probably gonna buy more junk. Let's not.
Until then, it's Piper's webcams.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants spending money on Piper's webcams. No, I think, yeah, a decent Logitech. Yeah. But speaking of Pipers, actually, Mike, who just commented there on the channel, he won like a lifetime supply of Fraser's meatballs from Pipers.
That is a very useful win.
It is. Actually, I don't think it was a lifetime supply. I think it was like 48 cans or something.
Oh, that's good for a few days for sure.
Oh, for sure. Fraser's meatballs on French fries.
On French fries or mashed potatoes?
Either or.
Do you make poutine with Fraser's
I've never made poutine with Fraser's meatballs.
Surprisingly good.
Sounds like it would be good. Fraser's meatballs, hit us up if you want to sponsor the channel. I will totally put a Fraser's meatball sticker on every car that leaves here.
Call it Fraser's meatballs and wrenches.
There you go.
Because we are meatballs.
with wrenches. This actually works pretty well. Yeah, the camera we're using, they actually changed the YouTube changed the rules. You're not allowed to live stream unless if you have less than 1,000 followers. They won't let you directly live stream to YouTube anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So this camera no longer can directly stream to YouTube. So you have to use an RT. I think it's an RTSP feed. So it's like a security camera feed to YouTube instead of using the built-in live feed.
Oh,
APIs.
okay. So
You can still do it, but it's not as seamless until you get 1,000. If you get 1,000 subscribers, then it becomes really easy. You just hit the connect to YouTube button and it just goes.
what you're saying is we need to get our numbers up.
Yeah.
Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. We need to get the rookies. The camera interface is picking up that bag on top of the toolbox as a face.
Is it a snowman bag?
It's kind of creepy. No. The bag with actually it's Timmy Scrotal's fucking...
Oh, Timmy, pick up your shirt.
Yeah, pick up your shirt, Timmy. I know you're probably not watching, but your Dub Show, like, 8 shirt is here.
It's pretty ancient, and it almost got turned into rags.
Yeah, it's pretty ancient, and we likely will use it for rags at some point. Or I might just keep it and give it away in, like, 10 years as, like, a Euro Union prize. Vintage.
He's the best.
He's the best. Anyway, this is our buddy Matt's truck. It's a 2013 Dodge Ram 1500.
It's not a Dodge Ram.
Sorry, Ram. It's a 1500 Ram with a 5.7 Hemi and no manifolds to speak of.
They're there, just loosely fastened.
Yes, and leaking like the side of the Titanic after it hit the iceberg.
That people should have seen.
Yes, indeed. I'll show you the manifold here. This is the manifold we took off. When I say we, I mean Sean took off. I'm just a
Moral support
garage monkey getting tools, but you can see we ended up having to actually cut one of the ears almost completely off to get the stud out. And this thing was leaking pretty bad. We live in a part of the world where everything, and I mean everything, gets rusty. So on a truck like this, you can expect to do the manifolds, what, 3 times in its lifetime? Maybe? 2, for sure?
Yeah, yes.
Right, so
Every couple of years, for sure.
Yeah, Matt got these done under warranty last time. Now that it's out of warranty, to try to prevent it from happening so frequently again, he went and got these AFE stainless steel headers. Yeah, they are AFE stainless steel headers.
Comes with grade 10 high carbon bolts so they don't break off easily.
Yeah, grade 10 high carbon bolts, so they hopefully won't break off as easily as the stock ones do. These I think he actually ordered from Summit, so they came from the States. It took about 3 or 4 weeks to get here. But they do provide you with some pretty high quality gaskets.
Velcro.
What'd you say?
They're Velcro.
Oh, Velcro gaskets? Oh, so they're Velcro gaskets. I mean, good
High
gaskets.
quality OEM.
Yep, and it appears they also throw in some stickers because...
You can't buy Go Fast parts with stickers.
Yeah, you need Go Fast stickers with your Go Fast parts. So hopefully we'll get this side done tonight, and maybe get started on the other side. And who knows? We may end up getting it started.
Tonight?
Probably not.
Definitely not.
Probably not. No, we probably won't get started.
I'll just be happy to get this side put back together.
Yeah, get the airbox back in. The other side is going to be a nightmare. Steering shaft's in the way, dipstick tube.
You can start up this side though to check for leaks before I put the inner fender in.
I suppose you could do that, yeah. The other side is also the oldest. It was not replaced under warranty, the most recent. This one that we did on the passenger side was the most recent one to be replaced.
And it was a nightmare.
So we can only imagine the other side is going to be very boat anchorish. Might as well call James Cameron so he can take us to the deck of the Titanic to bring back these manifolds.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
I'm sure some crustacean would enjoy living in those.
Well, hit me up, James.
Aren't we supposed to put our batteries in the water ocean too?
No, that's a really big waste of an $8 core. I'd rather $8 in my pocket than
just burning gas to drop it in the ocean.
Exactly. So, are we going to turn the mirrors up when this thing leaves? I think all Dodge Ram owners have to have their mirrors
It's the only way to go in reverse for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a part of the sequence.
Yeah, I really wish he had automated tow mirrors, because I would find a way to make it so that the button just always
just says when the reverse lights come down,
yeah,
up they come.
Up they go, and they don't go back down.
Ever. But Matt don't wear white sunglasses either.
Not that we know of, but he's working out west now, so he might.
He's definitely going to come back with white sunglasses.
I'm thinking that's a probability for sure. Surprised he's not watching, but I suppose the internet on the boat is probably terrible. And he's also probably working in the engine bay.
Is that right? I'm also working in the engine bay.
You mean the power barn?
The power barn. No Derekisms.
Yeah, we're not allowed to use any Derekisms. Although we love Derek, we're not allowed to use his isms. If you haven't already checked out Vice Grip Garage, I highly recommend it.
Buzz is best kind.
Yeah, pretty sure he's a Newfoundlander. About 16 times removed.
He's definitely a baby.
Oh, 100%.
Even though there's no bays
In Minnesota? Probably not.
Minnesota, probably.
But he does own a new Arctic cat, a new 1970 Arctic cat. Brand new, but it's a 1970. I didn't realize Arctic cats. Matt was saying because Derek had said it. They're made in Minnesota originally. There's a company that was founded in Minnesota.
Did not know.
Yeah.
Lord, no.
And they were powered, I think, by Suzuki engines.
Yes.
Which is also cool.
For quite a while.
Because, Suzuki makes decent engines. No need to reinvent the wheel, I suppose.
What do you mean? We reinvent everything.
Man, I gotta say, if you were looking at this video stream for the first time, you were looking at the walls of this place, you would think this is pretty eclectic.
Pretty what?
Eclectic.
What's that?
Like weird. You got some Darth Vader statues, some old Volkswagen hubcaps, a picture of my high school.
Well, you don't have to think it, you know it.
Yeah, I suppose. A 2020 calendar on the window, which is definitely going to stay there now, in memory of the terrible year that was 2020.
I just like the Mustang.
It is a nice Mustang. I would not say...
American 1 steering wheel on the way.
No, it's American 3 steering wheel.
Is it?
Yeah. That's that came out of a... I was trying to put that in my Eurovan because it's the same
ish
look, but it's slightly smaller. And the Eurovan has decent power steering now, so I really don't need the gigantic wheel anymore.
The gigantic wheel is nice though. This is a driving bus.
Well, technically, yeah. It is a micro.
A bread box, not a bus.
It's a microbus. Yes, my 1996 Eurovan, which I have video footage of. I may end up actually putting up on the channel at some point of us building it two winters ago. Drove it 7,000 kilometers with three bolts missing and only one bolt in the fuel pump, and don't know how I did it. Drove 7,000 kilometers, got home, a week after getting home after a big road trip, going up one of our steeper hills here in town, and the timing jumped again. It's the third time that I thought I had to rebuild that engine, but thankfully it was just a new pump, retime it, and away it went. Show everybody the stove. There's a little tour of the shop here while I feed the stove. So this is the workbench. It's mostly a garbage collector. It mostly collects, old burnables, old gloves, which are also burnables, empty cans and empty bottles, also burnables. Basically, if it can burn, it goes in the wood stove. You can see I got a nice touchscreen Dell computer that the first week that we got it, I used a grinder and destroyed the touchscreen functionality, because that's what you do. So lots of Tim's cups, a few McDonald's cups, a bunch of rust check, because we live, like I said, in the rustiest place in the world. So all you Americans who say, oh, this bolt is rusty, come live in Newfoundland. There's nothing here on the road that's over 10 years old that isn't completely falling apart. But yeah, here's our shop wood stove. It's a nice little Enterprise garbage burner that I picked up a couple of years ago now. I think a year ago. It was never used. It was actually brand new, old stock. And it's treated us very well. It definitely has decreased the heating costs of this place, which is always a godsend.
And the garbage output.
And the garbage output, that's true too. The only thing that actually goes out of here is metal.
Because you can't burn that.
Because you can't burn that. Trust us, we've tried. We have the wall of miscellaneous, which of course is full of miscellaneous. half of it we don't use, but you know, even if you don't use it, it might come in handy. Of course, we have our condom machine because you know, we like to do safety meetings and we always want to make sure we're safe. So, condom machine. I actually got this out of a local high school that was being gutted, and it was all going to be demolished. So they allow us to take a few things. So I took this condom machine, which had been jammed sometime around 1994, and the condoms in it were expired in 1999. Coming down a bit, we have the wall of, well, actually it's not a wall, it's a window. I'm going to send it helmet, Iron Maiden LP, because you always have to have a bit of Maiden. New rocker panel here for the old Touareg. That'll probably show up at some point on the channel. We have our lovely payphone, which is going to be working very soon. A couple of chainsaws, because you always got to cut wood. Compressor panel, the old electric heater, a couple of old Dub Show and Euro Union posters. That's this side, and of course, because this Dodge is so large, I can't get around the other side, so I'll walk back this way.
And navigate the maze, which is Sean's feet.
Yes, and then of course we have our toolboxes. We got, this is Darth Vader. He usually has a cigarette in his hand, so...
Oh shit, got desperate.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta smoke what's there, and unfortunately that had to go. So usually he has a cigar or a cigarette in his hand, if he's known as Darth Vader. Shelf of mystery. Lots of old Audi parts up there. A bunch of fuel filters for the fuel system that we're building. Always got to have Bert and Ernie. They're important. As well as a sword, because you never know. Zombies. And then down this side we have mostly tool carts, our engine stand, our engine hoist, our ramps. And then down towards the back we have our fire cabinet, which just has junk in it at the moment, but it was meant to be used for storing firearms. That hasn't happened yet. We have our shelf of fluids. All fluids go on that shelf. And then there's a cabinet of fluids just on the other side of that filing cabinet. And that's basically it. We have an old Kellogg American or Canadian steel compressor, which does work. It's just not wired up. It is quite loud. And yeah, that's basically it. And of course, we have lots of wood, because you always have to have wood. That's a quick tour of the shop. So, thanks for watching. Who is... Well, we got another few more people. We got 5 people viewing us now. Jeez.
Oh my
God, we're getting popular.
The fame is overwhelming.
I know. Cheesy saying we have a lot of jank. So he must be somebody we know, because...
It's only people we know that say jank.
Yeah, it's only people we know that says jank. Jank is a term that was invented by our buddy Steve McCarthy to describe rusty German junk. Or European junk, I guess. It's all jank. So, that's where that term comes from.
What is the proper pronunciation? I know it's not jank.
Well, I think it's supposed to be junk, but he just used an A with 2 dots over it, but everybody assumes jank. Yeah, right? So, anyway. So, we got someone named Cheesy. I don't know who Cheesy is.
Tell us who you are, Cheesy.
Cheesy, tell us who you are. He says Jesus boys, jank. Maybe it's Matt. Could be Matt.
Could be.
Oh, Sean commented on my link. Maybe it's Sean. Oh, apparently Sean Royal's playing it in the garage. So shout out to Sean Royal hanging out in his garage.
Hi, Sean. Wrap up, you want?
Wrap up, sure. Well, actually, it's pretty gross out. Sure, yeah. But he's got that. You got that transporter finished, right? You just drive that.
4-wheel drive.
Yeah, lock that in 4-wheel drive and drive it up here. It's got Iltis wheels and tires. It'll be fine.
It probably won't.
Oh, apparently, I have a subscriber. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is hilarious. 4 people watching, 1 like. Jeez, I feel like a real YouTuber. Is this what Derek feels like?
Ryan, we've made it.
We've made it. How many horsepowers are you, Sean?
A third.
A third of a horse.
Quite an upgrade for this Dodge.
Ah, for sure. I mean, it's usually broken down. Actually, I can't say that. This thing has hauled more junk.
Your junk.
More of my junk than anything. I mean, you have your own truck for hauling your junk.
Yes.
I got a truck now, though, so it's okay.
No, Ryan, you don't have a truck.
My Touareg is a truck. It's a diesel truck.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Well, it's more of a truck than my Golf.
Yes. I don't know, your Golf is pretty trucky.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, the Golf has definitely hauled more shit than the Touareg has, because the Touareg is too nice to be hauling. You know, shit. I'd fill the back of the Golf up with Class A gravel and not even think twice about it. I'd probably think about it if I was doing it in the Touareg.
Maybe.
Saddle leather seats, man. You can't be screwing them up.
Yeah, what a fine automobile.
Hey, listen. It's a fine automobile. It's what warranties are for. I'm sorry for the noise if you guys can hear the blowtorch every time I'm just relighting my cigar. It's one of those nights.
Yeah, we're classy.
It is. We're classy. All the pickle turnip you can suffer, and all the Cubans.
Pickled turnip.
One of our buddy's fathers refers to marijuana as pickled turnip. It's quite hilarious. So we've decided to adopt the naming convention. I'm just impressed we actually have people watching. See, I told you, it's YouTube, man. Like, I sit down and watch all sorts of weird shit on YouTube.
You don't need to know what you do in your spare time, Ryan.
No. That's not what you don't watch that on YouTube, Sean. Jeez.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Innocent little boy over there don't know. Bullshit.
I'm just a poor boy from a poor family.
Yeah, mamma mia.
Anyway, this is installed.
Oh, perfect. Let's have a look.
Minus the downplate bolts, but I think I'm going to leave those loose to help with installation on the other side.
Let's have a gander. Yeah, that's a nice looking stainless steel header. I mean, I hope.
I like the job of the emblem they welded right on.
Yeah. I also enjoy you must have enjoyed having to get that 14mm bolt in there. One little turn at a time. Which one was the hardest? Probably the one in behind the...
There's one, you can't even see it. It's like
up under there.
Up in here.
Yeah, of course.
It's not the nicest.
No, for sure. It looks good. And hopefully Matt won't be replacing it in 2 years. Probably will be, though.
No.
So, Matt, I noticed you still got your cats there.
For now.
For now.
No, stop filming. We don't need
Wait.
no evidence.
There's no cats? What are you talking about? Meow, all those kind of cats. Meow. Oh, yeah, there's a garage cat. I forgot.
Garage plus.
You're frigid, by Jesus.
That's after warming up on the stove. Man, I'm telling you, it's ice under there.
Apparently the stream is not bad. Was a bit glitchy originally. Well, in fairness, the internet out here is run through a power over or Ethernet over power, so it's sketchy at best.
Along with everything else.
Yeah, it's pretty much par for the course when you're dealing with stuff out here. I just got your message, Sean. That's funny.
What message?
He's watching it on YouTube.
Oh.
Suppose now with all the old Corona, having a shed party is kind of hard. So
well, this is the shed party.
It's a great way to have a shed party with the boys.
Do we have a ratcheting 14mm wrench here?
We do. I gave it to you like 2 minutes ago.
Yes, and then you put it back.
Did I put it back or you keep it? That's shame. What's that for? The downpipe?
Yeah, I think I want to tighten those first.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's just like the Titanic down here for the temperature.
So BMP 130, whoever that is, just retracted a message. I don't know what they said.
BMP.
I can put people in timeouts on the stream. That's pretty funny.
You're bad.
Another message. Oh, Mopar Man is subscribed to our channel. God love you, Mopar Man. That's 100% Matt. So thanks, Matt, for subscribing to our channel while we work on your junk.
This is a fine automobile.
By the way, you're not getting a discount. There is no discount for being on the channel. In fact, you know what? Because this truck is now so well known by 4 concurrent viewers, there's a 25% markup on the fee. Call it an infamy fee. Oh yeah, I should probably show you guys some of the studs that we took out. So that's what a stud should look like, I guess, when it comes out. Sort of, you know, full and whole and still a 14 mil. I think is it 14 mil?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be 10s, right? And then, of course, the ones that break off, you end up having to weld nuts onto. So we have 1, 2, 3 that broke off, and a couple that required vice grips to get out. So those you can see this one, for example. Look how corroded it was. It's almost corroded to a point. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 2 that came out with extractors, using just extractors, so they still look like manifold studs. And we had 1 that came out actually with its entire thing still on top. So that's not bad.
Yes, that was because it had 13 mil head.
Yes, because it that was the one that still had the heat shield on it, wasn't it? Yeah. So this side, there was what, 3 cracked off flush to the block
Before I touched it, yeah.
before you touched it, yeah. So 3 cracked off close to the block. Yeah, the rest were not easy to get out, but you got them out by a bit of heat and a bit of using an extractor.
A lot of swearing.
And a lot of swearing.
Which I'm not allowed to do when we're on the live feed of YouTube. So I have to say things like, son of a cracker.
Cheesy says, in getting close to going to be Vice Grip Garage soon. It'll be fine.
Yes.
And BMP 130 says, Fat Fingers trying to figure out how to... Fat Fingers by trying to figure it...
Fat Fingers by trying to
figure it out. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I don't read so good.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. So what's everybody doing tonight in their own garages? You guys working on anything? Feel free to... I don't want to say bleep bloop it down in the comment section, because I'm sure Derek's got that trademarked. But, you know, put it down there in the comment section if your fingers aren't too fat and you can actually type.
Got it.
Oh, it's getting warmer in here. Mike might actually get his request. There'll be some clothes taken off later.
Things are about to get weird.
Well, we got a
that felt fantastic.
We got a condom machine and lots of rust check. Gotta say, these bundles of wood that we got from the firewood factory are nice and dry.
Yeah, because all our dry was buried in snow.
Something like that, yeah. Well, this lovely piece of birch I just put in dies for a good bit of birch. Cheesy says, I'm just here for the titties. I assume you mean cats. Unfortunately, we have no cats in the garage due to coolant issues. It's not good to have cats around coolant. It's not.
No. Okay.
Did it come with a piece of...
Yes, that's for the cooling hoses.
Oh, cool. This actually came with a big piece of what appears to be flame retardant fabric. Yeah, cool. So it's sticky on one side?
It is. I need to wrap cooling hoses with it.
Oh, cool.
Tools needed. All you need is a 10,
yeah,
a 13, 15, 18 millimeter wrench.
But wasn't everything 14s?
A 10, a 13, a 14, and a 15 miller, and an 18 mil socket.
Okay.
A 3/8 ratchet.
Because America.
And a 3/8 by 12-inch extension.
Okay. So
I feel like I have used much more than that.
Yeah. Just so you guys can see. That is basically all the tools you need right there. It's really simple, really. That's everything you need, plus a lot of swearing, to get the manifolds off of a 2013 Ram Hemi 5.7.
Two-wheel drive. Or four-wheel drive.
Oh, perfect. Apparently these headers are both for a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive. Good to know. Shout out to our friend John Jarrett for gifting us the welder.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's been here for more than 30 days. It belongs to the shop now. That's how shop rules work. Speaking of which, Matt, if you don't pick the truck up within 30 days, shop truck.
Just installing these AFE headers on our shop truck.
Because
it's too bad that other shop truck was...
I don't know, but if the chassis is like... When someone says the chassis is bad, if there's a chunk missing, I can understand. But if it's only got little soft spots or a few holes, I mean, that's fixable, right? It's an old Chev.
Theoretically, but if we're trying to dovetail it to put cars on...
Exactly, we got to take it all apart anyway.
No.
Come on. It'll only be like 16 to 24 days on your back.
Install the thermo wrap.
Oh, wrap. R-A-P, not W. Wow. Apparently I write all the instructions for AFE power installation guides. It's a wrap, R-A-P.
How is this supposed to cover all of the cooling hoses?
Well, how many cooling hoses are there?
2, the whole length of the engine.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you just do them right by the header. I'm assuming it's these two here, right?
Yes.
Oh. So you guys can see what we're looking at here, and it's going to be over. So what we're trying to figure out is, you got these two coolant hoses that are just sort of north of the header. I'm assuming you just wrap them in the most vulnerable spot.
But, like, this is vulnerable.
Oh, well, then cut it in two. Because there's way more material there. You can probably cut that in half, and you'll get the whole length of it. Probably give them a little splash of brake clean or something, clean them up, make everything stick to it.
I also have another one of those retainers, so we're going to have to cut it for around that retainer.
No, you wouldn't have to cut it around the retainer, would you? Oh, yes, because it's a 2 slot, not just a...
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably just break off that little piece of plastic in the middle and just make it... Then put it right over. Actually, you know what? It'll probably be malleable enough. But I'd say, yeah, cut that piece you got there in half, lengthwise. And then you'll get 2 pieces that'll cover it.
Yeah.
I got, you brought some heads, didn't you, yesterday?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I just want to be sure before I cut anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It says, be sure cooling hoses have 2 inches of clearance from header. We have 1 3/4.
Apparently, Matt can't watch because the boat internet... Oh, won't let me comment. Oh. Odd. Apparently Matt can't comment on the
That's
live
alright, we
stream.
love you anyway, Matt.
Oh, here we go. BMP 130 was going to gear up soon to do timing belt on the Jeddah City, but did the sensible thing and broke the ankle instead. Now surfing Rock Auto instead. Okay, fair enough. Mopar man. Now, Skipper Hayward, be nice. The old girl has hauled more trash home. Has hauled your trash home many times. It's true. This, I'm trying to think now what this is hauled. My Golf from Clarenville.
Several times.
No, it's only hauled my Golf once.
What about when your timing belt turned into a pull cord?
Tow truck.
Oh.
A&M. Maurice. Because it was down at Kingsbridge, and then we just brought it up here, and we rebuilt the head. Thankfully, it was just head. It's gone. Timing out belt on a Jeddah City. That sounds like a fun time. How'd you break your ankle? What were you doing?
Shenanigans.
Probably. I always love that people that come in with a broken arm or leg and you think they're going to have some great story, but it was just, I got up in the nighttime to get a glass of water and tripped over the cat.
It's always the cat.
It is always the cat.
Bastards.
What's worse, tripping over the cat at night or stepping in dog sick? Cold dog sick in the middle of the night. It's all, and with no socks on, it just gets right up squishy in your... No.
That's way worse than
Stepping on Lego. Stepping on Lego in the middle of the night. That's
honestly depends on the tolerance of the cat, because a lot of times they'll just run away. But if it's a saucy cat that wants to bite,
I suppose, yeah. If it's spicy at all.
if it's a spicy cat,
Apparently, BMP 130 was moving the snowblower like an idiot.
how do you break your ankle moving the snowblower? Did you use it as a ramp?
I don't know. Did you kick it? Maybe you kicked
You
it.
definitely kicked it. I mean, that's the most sensible
If
thing.
anybody actually got in a fight with it. And obviously the snowblower won. So, Matt, are you on, hooked up to the dock now? How are you getting good internet out in the middle of the ocean, or is...
SpaceX.
No, you mean Skylink, or Starlink.
It's all the same, isn't it?
Something like Skynet by Terminator. Apparently Rango Star, one of the guys on YouTube, he owns he's like a farmer and like a tree guy. He, like a forestry
Can you pass me
person.
a plethora of zip ties?
Yep, he got a free Starlink from Elon, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Honestly, I'm excited to get it for myself. Use it in the van while traveling. Use it in on the sailboat.
Oh, yes.
Right. Hell, even use it out of the cabin where the house we got out in Mall Bay,
Oh, yeah.
where there's literally nothing.
Now you have.
Well, then I can put some security cameras out there and watch the place.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's lots of crime.
Oh, apparently the new Swedish turbo showed up on the west coast.
What?
The turbo for that Volvo that blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish you could show pictures in the YouTube live chat stream. That'd be pretty cool. Because yeah, that turbo took some damage.
This tape is not very sticky.
No.
That's what
Do you want some fabric? Oh, maybe you want any metal zip ties?
I feel like it'll be fine because it's right next to a plastic retainer that holds it on.
Yeah, I suppose. And if it's hot enough to melt the plastic retainer, yeah, we got other issues, right? I'm gonna bring everybody over and show what's going on here. So you can see there's the coolant lines, and there's the for those of you old enough to remember, it looks like the material that the Intel people wore in those old Intel commercials from the early 2000s. They wore the fire suits, like the boys use when they go up to the volcanoes. Looks like the same fabric. It's what I imagine in the future when we all decide to start wearing the same outfit, like all those sci-fi movies tell us we will. That's the color they're going to be. It's all going to be one piece, you know, silver jumpsuit, unisex. Everybody wears them. Flame-proof, bulletproof, life-proof. You know. Although somehow I would imagine you still break your phone.
Of course.
They're here. They're at anchor. The boat is.
Oh.
So you must have good internet where you are. I'm assuming you guys are probably flipped over to like 4G or something. Probably close enough to shore to actually get a decent connection. Because I'll be honest, when you're out in the middle of the Atlantic on those boats, message back and forth, it's painful.
There's quite a delay.
We'll say something and then Matt will be 20 minutes later he'll pop back up. He probably sent the message like 20 minutes before, but it took that long for the carrier pigeons to deliver the data packages. Do you know there's actually a network standard that the IEEE developed as a joke that uses carrier pigeons? So it's like an engineering standard that uses carrier pigeons to transmit data. It's pretty, using jump drives. It's pretty funny. More zip ties? I think there's some left. Yeah. If not, I got some out in the car. I think. There you go. Oh God, geez, they were expensive. The Growth brand.
Oh my God.
We're on sale at Princess Auto though, $8.38.
That's why you have them.
100%. Never buy pay anything full price. Are you nuts?
Why would you when you can get it on sale?
Oh no, apparently he is actually on satellite. Okay, cool. Well, it's a decent connection, Matt, because usually, like I said, it takes forever for you to respond to anything. Or maybe you're just ignoring us.
Likely that's the case.
Likely, yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, for sure. Sean Royal just posted a picture on Facebook. I'm having a shed party and no one's invited. Too late. We know you're watching us, so we're already there.
Uh-huh.
What's that Mill Street shed party like? Is it any good? I don't know. It says shed party, so it's got to be good, I suppose. Didn't they shut down?
What?
The brewery place downtown that used to have a restaurant.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
I also heard a rumor today that the Keg was closing.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I honestly, I like the Keg, but it's one of those things. It's so expensive, and I think I could do a better job on my own barbecue.
I have never been.
Really?
Never to the Keg.
That's one of those things. I only go when I get gift cards.
The wife tells me that it's no good, so I just don't go.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Jesus! The truck's on fire!
Sweet.
Actually, it just looks like the cigar smoke I just blew. It's kind of lingering. Oh, apparently Matt's watching while he's on his coffee break.
Cool.
So, did you guys install the new Swedish Turbo? Or is it just there now, waiting to be installed?
Okay, bring it over, show Matt the final product.
Oh, here we go, Matt. We're going for a walk. So there's the on-top look of your coolant pipes, all nicely wrapped with that aluminum-looking foil stuff. And then down from the side here, we'll get you in there nice and close so you can see there is your new, what do they call them, stubby? Shorty headers. But I gotta say, Matt, your frame is in actually surprisingly nice shape for the age.
And those Bilsteins are gorgeous.
And the Bilstein that you installed earlier the year, or I guess late last year, look lovely. Are they adjustable? No.
No.
But still, they look great. Yeah. So this side, I think, is going to be probably the easiest. I don't want to jinx us, but
yes, it is.
Because the other side, what do we got on the other side? We got the battery in the way, steering box,
Oil dipstick
tube.
It's not going to be fun.
No, and it's an older manifold. All right, we'll have a look at that once we get the wheel off on the other side. Oops.
I think as far as this is, I'm going to stop this evening.
Matt says it looks sick. And apparently they're installing the new turbo tomorrow in the Fast Rescue craft. Sweet. Well, guys, we've been live streaming for 55 minutes now. We got 5 concurrent viewers and 2 likes. So that's pretty cool for something I literally threw together in about 2 minutes. Actually, maybe more like 10 minutes.
Anyway, that's all for tonight.
Yes, that's all for tonight, guys. So we're going to head off. But thanks for joining us. We'll probably do this again, I don't know, maybe tomorrow night when we do the other side. Probably get a proper stand and better lighting, maybe.
Tidy up a bit.
Tidy up a bit so it doesn't look like a state. But thanks for hanging out with us. And I'll do that old YouTube thing now. Hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you get notifications the next time we go live. And yeah, thanks.